ever fallen asleep driving before. It had to be at that right moment. That 10-15 seconds when I passed her walking. It was like it was meant to be.
I know that's not the best thing for a murderer to tell a murder victim's husband, but what can I say? I'm a bad writer.
These places marked in crops and such, none of them are really near water. I don't think they like water.
Did you see something, Ray?
I'm truly sorry for what I've done to you and yours. Don't open my pantry, Father. I found one of them in there and locked him in.
Okay, let's try this conversation again. You start with, "Holy shit, I got an alien in my house! Call the cops! Call the FBI! Call the news! The world deserves to know!" Then you move on to, "Oh, by the way, I'm sorry I hit your wife like I was playing a game of Crazy Taxi." This would be closer to a typical human reaction. Something Shyamalan, like the aliens, knows very little about.
Hello?
Gibson goes in to try and sneak a peek, but these giant aliens somehow slip their teeny tiny hands through the bottom of a door and try to attack him.
Go with God, motherfucker. And a good manicurist.
Rather than call the police, because, fuck, that's what anyone not in a Shyamalan film would do, he goes home and sees everybody continues to watch TV.
This video was taken yesterday afternoon at his son's 7th birthday in the city of Passo Fundo, Brazil. All initial opinions are this is genuine. What you're about to see may disturb you.
Oh boy, there's a lot of build-up for this. I can't wait to see the incredibly scary and, of course, original design of this thing. Oh! 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 Oh my god! It looks like every other alien I've ever seen in every other movie! Oh! 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 I'm changing the channel! Oh! 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 Oh!
Ground forces have been assembled in countries throughout the globe. Hundreds of thousands have flocked to temples, synagogues, and churches. God be with us all.
Well, good job to the newscasters for not spreading panic or alarm. When have you ever heard a newscaster talk like this? What kind of overly emotional, fear-driven news corporation acts like that? You knew that was coming. So the family decides to hold down the fort, you know, stay in the area where they absolutely know the aliens are, and try to defend themselves.
We're going to board up every window in this house. How do we know boards will do anything? Because they seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
Really, Shyamalan, did you read that line out loud? Did you ever read that line out loud? You couldn't have. You clearly couldn't have. I mean, you just stated that these technologically advanced aliens, these creatures that we are supposed to be afraid of, cannot get through pantry doors. They can build spacecraft that can jump millions of miles across space, but
they seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
They can take these exact same spacecrafts and turn them invisible so that nobody else can find them years above our technology, but
they seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
They're gonna take over our planet, but
they seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
They're going to wipe out all of mankind, but
they seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
You can't be this stupid! You can't! I mean, you literally just stated out loud why this movie can't work! I mean, what are you, a moron? I hate to borrow from a subpar comedy, but take it, Scary Movie 3!
They mastered space flight, but they can't get through a wooden door?
You see what you did there, movie? You see what you did? You just made Charlie Sheen right about something! You did that, movie! You did it! That's how bad you've gotten! This advanced technologically holy shit fuck race of aliens! Stop! Come to a halt by a fucking pantry? So they board up the windows with wood because, hey, pantry doors are made out of wood. It seems to be their Achilles heel. And as you'd expect, the aliens cannot fucking get past it. Seriously, I'd give anything to see what these aliens are saying when they actually do start their attack.
Do you know what happened when you were born, Morgan? You came out, and your mama kept bleeding. So the doctors rushed you out of the room before I even had time to see you.
They're on the roof.
While they were fixing her up, all she kept asking about was you.
They're in the house.
I wanted your mama to see you first. Because she had dreamed about you her whole life. And she got feeling better. They brought you in. And they placed you in her arms. And she looked at you. And you looked at her. And you just stared at each other for the longest time. And then she said real soft, "Hello, Morgan. I'm your mama. You look just how I dreamed."
Oh boy.
So they hide in the basement, but thank God, another door is there to protect them. But one of them gets the bright idea to try and grab the kid from the window, which causes him to have an asthma attack. But luckily, the father is there and manages to calm him down. After spending the night down there, yeah, they never figured out how to get through the door. They hear on the radio that apparently the aliens were defeated. And here's a big shock. They were defeated very quickly. No, their tactical maneuvers were so flawless. As long as you just don't put any doors in their way, they're practically invincible.
I'll bring the TV in here.
But what do you know? One bullet left. However, in a totally forced flashback, we see Gibson talk to his wife for the last time, who was pinned against a tree.
Just taking a walk before dinner.
You love walks.
Thanks for reminding her that.
Tell Norman to play games.
You love playing.
It's okay to be silly.
I will.
You love silly.
And tell Graham. Tell him to see.
You love seeing.
And tell Meryl to swing away.
Tell Johnny Tim I won't be coming home this Christmas.
Yes, at the time it didn't make sense, but now Gibson knows that the term swing away was, I swear to God I'm not kidding here, God's way of telling Gibson in the future that Joaquin Phoenix is supposed to swing his bat to defeat the alien.
Meryl, swing away.
Of course! Who would have possibly put together that the best way to defeat this thing was to beat the shit out of it? Nobody could have come to that conclusion. Well, obviously God had to kill a reverend's wife in order for somebody to figure that out. It just makes perfect sense. Oh, and you wanna know what the big twist was in this one? Apparently the only thing that can kill the aliens is water. Yeah, it's like acid to them. One drop hurts them like crazy. Probably should have thought that through before attacking a planet mostly covered in water! My God, we were afraid of these things? They have three major, easily accessible weaknesses: water, wood, and blunt instruments. Hell, if God really wanted to get his message across, he would have had his dying wife say, "Hey, this is gonna sound a little crazy, but if aliens attack, go get a lake house." He'd think she was crazy like he already did before. But hey, when aliens attack, that boat home is suddenly looking pretty affordable, isn't it?
I'm melting!
Unfortunately, the alien sprayed the kid with poison gas, but luckily his lungs were closed due to the asthma, so he's okay.
Did someone save me?
That's right! The message of the story is that everything has, and always will, fall perfectly into place. The day is saved, everything happens for a reason, which means that his faith is restored and he goes back to being a reverend. Gotta hand it to you, God, you do work in mysterious ways. For in the grand plan, he took Gibson's faith away just so he could give it right back to him. So in reality, nothing has changed at all. Oh, except that there's a dead wife in the mix. But still, thank you, God. Thank you for killing my beloved, just so everything could go back to exactly the way it was before. Again, minus the loving, supporting wife that you so cruelly took away from me. But hey, I'm sure that was all part of your plan to keep things exactly the way they were, minus the loving, supportive wife that you took away from me. But I know in your plan you wanted everything to go this way, which is exactly how it was before. Again, minus the loving, supportive wife that you took away from me. But I know that you... God's fucked up! He plans ahead about as much as these dumbass aliens do! Or, let's be honest here, M. Night Shyamalan does! I'm sorry, but this movie's horrible! I never got why so many people liked it. It's overly dramatic, annoyingly slow, has a real ego when it comes to its own style, and of course, any sense of logic is totally ignored. There's millions of other twists you could have done to this movie. Like, how about the aliens were trying to help people, like bring them a cure or something? Or maybe there were no aliens, it was all an elaborate hoax. That would have been unexpected. Or, hell, maybe none of this was going on and Gibson and Phoenix were just goddamn nuts. Hell, maybe the TV was never even on. I don't know, just anything is better than...
I don't think they like water.
And it turns out they don't like water! Hell, you just said your twist in the first half of the movie! I don't even know if that makes it a twist! You know what's really scary about this movie? That so many goddamn people enjoyed it and Shyamalan is still getting work because of it! I'm the nostalgia critic, I remember... Excuse me, I got some aliens at my door. So many goddamn people enjoyed it and Shyamalan is still getting work! Aliens!
Looks like it was meant to be.